Transformers Fall of Cybertron versus Godzilla Unleashed, the ultimate showdown. Welcome back, your hub for deep dives into the games that define genres. Today, we're orchestrating an epic face-off between two colossal franchises, Transformers Fall of Cybertron and Godzilla Unleashed. Now, you might be wondering why juxtapose a third-person shooter set on a mechanical world with a kaiju brawler? Well, both games encapsulate the essence of controlling gigantic beings wielding immense power, altering their environments, and carrying the weight of their respective universes on their shoulders. Transformers Fall of Cybertron, released on August 21, 2012, is available on PS3, Xbox 360, PC, and later ported to PS4 and Xbox One in 2016. It serves as a direct sequel to 2010's Transformers War for Cybertron. The game was built using Unreal Engine 3, with significant optimizations to handle large-scale battles and high-detail models. It was intended to bridge the narrative gap within the Transformers lore, aligning with the original Generation 1 G1 series and the aligned continuity. Godzilla Unleashed, on the other hand, hit the shelves on November 20, 2007, exclusively for the Wii and PlayStation 2. Developed by Pipeworks Software and published by Atari, it's the third game in their Godzilla trilogy. The game utilizes the Gamebryo engine, renowned for its flexibility in handling open-world environments and multiple interactive objects, crucial for rendering destructible cityscapes. In Transformers Fall of Cybertron, the narrative arc is critical for longtime fans and newcomers alike. The game chronicles the final days of the civil war between Autobots and Decepticons on their dying homeworld, Cybertron. Through a multi-perspective approach, players experience the desperation and resolve of both factions. Key plot points include the introduction of the ancient Autobot Metroplex, whose sacrifice alters the tide of war. The Combaticons' betrayal, leading to the creation of Bruticus, showcases the concept of combiner technology. The Dinobots' origin story reveals Shockwave's experiments with space bridges and other worlds. Conversely, Godzilla Unleashed sets its stage with a global catastrophe. The Earth is bombarded by a meteor shower, planting mysterious crystals that emit enormous amounts of energy. This event triggers the rise of monsters, kaiju, across the planet. The game's narrative branches based on four factions. Earth Defenders, Godzilla and allies aim to restore natural balance. Global Defense Force, human-made mechas designed to combat kaiju threats. Aliens, extraterrestrial monsters seeking to capitalize on the chaos. Mutants, creatures empowered by the crystals driven by destruction. Transformers Fall of Cybertron introduces refined gameplay mechanics over its predecessor, with a focus on individuality among characters. Key gameplay features include transformation mechanics that allow for instant and fluid transformation between robot and vehicle modes, integral to combat and exploration. Each Transformer has unique abilities. Optimus Prime can command Metroplex, Grimlock transforms into a T-Rex with melee-focused combat, and Swindle employs sniper capabilities. A deep weapon upgrade system using Teletran 1 stores allows players to modify and enhance their arsenal. Levels are tailored to the character's abilities, incorporating verticality, stealth, and large-scale battles. In Godzilla Unleashed, gameplay focuses on large-scale destruction and monster combat. Key gameplay elements include motion controls where gestures control attacks and movement on the Wii, intending to simulate the physicality of kaiju battles. Nearly all objects in the cityscapes are destructible, affecting gameplay. Destroying power plants can create electrical hazards. Crystals scattered in levels provide power-ups and can alter monster states, introducing dynamic combat variables. Player actions can shift their monster's alignment, affecting the narrative and interactions with other monsters. Transformers Fall of Cybertron pushes Unreal Engine 3 to deliver high-fidelity graphics. Graphical highlights include dynamic lighting and shadows that enhance the metallic environments, with shadows adding depth and realism. High-resolution textures with normal and specular mapping techniques create detailed surfaces. Explosions, energy blasts, and environmental destruction utilize advanced particle systems. Transformers are designed with intricate parts, moving gears, and mechanical components that shift during transformations. In Godzilla Unleashed, the graphics are less impressive. Simplified textures result from hardware limitations, textures lack detail, and surfaces appear flat. Cityscapes are generic, with repeated building models. While somewhat faithful in shape, the low polygon count and basic animations detract from the visual impact. Particle effects are minimal, and destruction animations are simplified, reducing immersion. The game struggles with frame rate drops when multiple monsters and effects are on screen. In Fall of Cybertron, the audio design is meticulously crafted. The adaptive soundtrack, composed with a mix of orchestral and electronic elements, adjusts based on gameplay intensity. High-quality performances from established voice actors add emotional weight. The dialogue is recorded with high-fidelity equipment, capturing nuances. Each weapon and ability has distinct sounds, layered with environmental audio, creating an immersive soundscape. The audio engine prioritizes important sounds, ensuring clarity even during chaotic battles. For Godzilla Unleashed, there are authentic monster sounds from the Toho library, enhancing fan appreciation. The soundtrack is generic rock and orchestral pieces that loop frequently. Destruction and attack sounds are repetitive and lack depth. Poor mixing sometimes results in overlapping sounds, making it difficult to discern important audio cues. Transformers: Fall of Cybertron's multiplayer includes competitive modes like Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, and Headhunter, supporting up to 12 players. There are character classes like Infiltrator, Scientist, Destroyer, and Titan, each with unique abilities and roles. Extensive customization options allow players to create bespoke transformers, influencing gameplay and aesthetics. Escalation mode is a cooperative survival mode where up to 4 players fend off waves of increasingly difficult enemies. Godzilla Unleashed's multiplayer focuses on local multiplayer, with up to 4 players competing in various modes such as melee, team battle, and destruction. The large roster encourages experimentation and replay. Completing campaigns and challenges unlocks additional monsters and content. The absence of online multiplayer in a time when online play was becoming standard is a significant drawback. Transformers: Fall of Cybertron achieved a Metacritic score 79% PC, 77% PS3, 79% Xbox 360. It was nominated for several awards, including Outstanding Achievement in Sound Design. Although sales figures are undisclosed, the game reportedly sold over 1 million copies within the first 2 months. Critics lauded its narrative depth and gameplay improvements, though some noted that the linearity might not appeal to everyone. Godzilla Unleashed received a Metacritic score, 43% Wii, 45% PS2. There were criticisms of outdated graphics, poor controls, and technical issues. Despite professional reviews, the game maintained a dedicated fan base appreciative of the monster roster. Transformers: Fall of Cybertron has a modding community. While limited by the game's structure, fans have created texture mods and unofficial patches. The game's story sparked extensive lore discussions and theory crafting among fans, enhancing engagement. There were petitions for sequels, and the game's impact led to community movements advocating for remasters or continuations. Godzilla Unleashed's fan base participated in community events like tournaments and gatherings, focusing on the game, keeping it relevant. Fans produce videos and streams showcasing monster battles and strategies. Many fans express ideas on how the game could be improved, indicating a passionate investment in the franchise. Story depth: Fall of Cybertron offers a cohesive, character-driven narrative with significant contributions to its universe. Godzilla Unleashed provides a looser narrative, serving more as a framework for monster battles. Gameplay experience: Fall of Cybertron delivers refined mechanics, character diversity, and mission variety. Godzilla Unleashed focuses on sandbox destruction but lacks depth in combat mechanics. Visuals and audio: Fall of Cybertron excels in graphical fidelity and sound design. Godzilla Unleashed falls short due to hardware limitations and underutilization of audio capabilities. Replayability: Fall of Cybertron's multiplayer and character customization offer substantial replay value. Godzilla Unleashed relies on its monster roster and local multiplayer for replayability. Faithfulness to source material: both games show respect for their franchises, but Godzilla Unleashed leans heavily on fan service through its extensive kaiju selection. Transformers: Fall of Cybertron. Strengths include narrative excellence with a deep, engaging story and high stakes, polished controls, impactful transformations, and diverse character abilities characterize gameplay mechanics. High-quality graphics, stable performance, and excellent sound design are technical achievements. Weaknesses include a limited multiplayer lifespan, as online modes suffered from declining player bases. Some critics feel the game doesn't break new ground in the genre. Godzilla Unleashed. Strengths include an extensive monster roster, including rare kaiju and satisfying destruction mechanics. There is significant fan service incorporating elements from various Godzilla eras. Weaknesses include technical limitations, outdated graphics, performance issues, imprecise motion controls hindering gameplay, and shallow combat reducing long-term appeal. For enthusiasts seeking a game that offers a well-crafted narrative, technical excellence, and polished gameplay, Transformers: Fall of Cybertron is the clear victor. Its ability to blend story and action provides a fulfilling experience that stands the test of time. However, for die-hard Godzilla fans who prioritize the experience of embodying a kaiju and wreaking havoc, Godzilla Unleashed offers an irreplaceable, albeit flawed, opportunity. Its shortcomings in technical execution are often overlooked by fans, captivated by the chance to control their favorite monsters. In essence, Fall of Cybertron appeals to a broader audience, including those who may not be ardent Transformers fans but appreciate high-quality games. Godzilla Unleashed targets a niche audience, delivering on specific desires despite its limitations. Play both if you can. Experience the heights of Fall of Cybertron's storytelling and the sheer fun of Godzilla Unleashed's monster mayhem. After all, gaming is about diverse experiences. In wrapping up, it's clear that both Transformers: Fall of Cybertron and Godzilla Unleashed leave indelible marks in their respective domains. They serve as case studies in how to adapt beloved franchises into interactive media, with varying degrees of success. Fall of Cybertron showcases how narrative depth and technical polish can elevate a game, while Godzilla Unleashed highlights the challenges and joys of bringing gargantuan creatures to life within the constraints of gaming hardware. It's also worth considering the historical context in which these games were released. Fall of Cybertron emerged during a time when story-driven single-player experiences were highly valued. Godzilla Unleashed arrived when motion controls were novel, and developers were experimenting with how to incorporate them into traditional genres. As gaming technology advances, revisiting these titles provides valuable insights into the evolution of game design and franchise adaptation. For experts and enthusiasts alike, dissecting the successes and missteps of these games can inform future developments. Perhaps with the advent of new consoles and more powerful hardware, we'll see remakes or spiritual successors that address past shortcomings and fulfill the untapped potential seen in these franchises. We encourage you to revisit these games or explore them for the first time with a critical eye. Analyze how they align with modern gaming trends and consider what innovations could enhance future titles in these franchises. Your insights could contribute to discussions that shape the next generation of games. Did we miss any of your favorite features or moments? Let us know in the comments.